दुःखातिगो भवेत् तमहं सर्वदा वन्दे श्रीमद्वल्लभनन्दनम् अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमामि हृदये शेषे लीलाक्षिराभिषायिनम् लक्ष्मीसहस्रलीलाभिः सेव्यमानम् कलानिधिम् चतुर्भिश्च त्रिभिस्तथा षड्भिर्विराजते योऽसौ पञ्चधा हृदये मम पञ्चधा हृदये मम पञ्चधा हृदये मम।
चरण स्पर्श ठाकुर जी, महाप्रभु जी and Yamunama. Danvat pranam to my Guruji and everyone's beloved JJ Shri, Dr. H. Dwarkeshlaji Mahoday Shri. Jai Shri Krishna to all our Vaishnavas. With the divine blessings of my Thakurji and Guruji, I, Arman Trishna Morjaria, from Nairobi, Kenya hereby bring to you content related to Pushtimarg, our Thakurji and teachings of JJ in English. I will be posting content as frequently as possible in the forms of videos and shorts. Please ensure to subscribe to the channel, comment and hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates. Kindly also share the content with your family and friends so as to spread the wings of Pushtimarg globally. Let's commence today's video. In today's and the next few episodes, we shall learn about the ABC of Pushtimarg. So let's begin. A for Ashtakshar Mantra. The Ashtakshar Mantra or the 8-letter mantra Shri Krishna Sharanam Mamma literally means I seek refuge in Shri Krishna. B for Brahm Sambandh. Only after Brahm Sambandh is one eligible to perform the seva of Shri Krishna. It is the second mandatory stage in order to progress in Pushti Marg. After being bestowed with entry into Pushti Marg through Ashtakshar Mantra, which is a requirement, one obtains eligibility for Brahm Sambandh. It is bestowed from any direct descendant of Sri Vallabhacharya Ji. Ashtakshar Mantra introduces one to Pushti Marg, but in order to get a deeper understanding one must start reading works relating to this path like Sri Vallabhacharya Ji's Shodhash Granth, the episodes of 84 Vaishnavas, 252 Vaishnavas, and the Ektalis Shikshapatra. Through these enlightening works, and Sri Vallabhacharya Ji's descendants, one obtains the true knowledge of Pushti Marg. They plant the seed of love for Shri Krishna in the heart of the Bhakt meaning devotee at Brahm Sambandh. The Bhakt must then water and nourish this seed by performing his seva and being in the company of others in Pushti Marg. The aim is to gain knowledge and pure love for Shri Krishna. Only by his grace, the Bhakt then feels a sort of emptiness within them, being without him, and thus they start feeling pangs of separation from him and pure love for him. they can no longer remain without him. This is the state when it becomes eligible to obtain Brahm Sambandh and further pursue bhakti, devotion, which is also known as Prem Lakshan Bhakti. The word Brahm Sambandh literally means association with the Supreme Entity. The Bhakt now creates an association with him which lasts forever. If it is his grace, then one is able to experience the bliss of his divine form. The highest form of bhakti is obtained through this. The Bhakt surrenders everything they have, including themselves, to Sri Krishna and then eagerly serves him from that very moment onwards. That Bhakt then does not worship any other deity, as all the deities have manifested from him and Sri Krishna alone is the creator of the entire universe. The Bhakt's main duty is to serve him. As stated in Siddhant Rahasyam, one of the Shodhash Granthas by Sri Vallabhacharya Ji, the Bhakt must dedicate everything it does to Sri Krishna. It must offer everything it consumes to him first. This ensures that all impurities present in those items are removed and they become as pure as Sri Krishna himself. By implementing this method, one contacts pure objects and purity is the main factor for attaining the rewards of Pushti Bhakti. See for Charan Sparsh. A Pushti Bhakt has a passion to take the Charan Sparsh, which means touching the lotus feet daily without fail of their Sevyaswarup, which means the idol of Sri Krishna that has been bestowed for Seva. This Charan Sparsh is extremely crucial because bhakti resides in Sri Krishna's lotus feet. The procedure is as follows. First, respectfully ask for permission from your Sevyaswarup. Then very delicately and lovingly with the right hand fingers, touch the left toe, right toe and finally the left toe. Next, touch those fingers to both of your eyes, forehead and heart. Next, bow down at your Sevyaswarup's lotus feet. Note that for a Pushti Bhakta, bhakti is more important than mukti, which means salvation. A Pushti Bhakt does not desire mukti as the real bliss lies in bhakti, which can be attained only when Sri Krishna himself grants it to them. D for Das Bhav, which means affection like a humble servant. The sense of belongingness to Sri Krishna is extremely crucial in Pushti Bhakti. When bestowed with Brahm Sambandh, the Bhakt pledges to be Sri Krishna's humble servant. Brahm Sambandh is not just an empty statement, but the Bhakt from that point on develops a sense of being his Das, meaning servant, for the remainder of their life. D is also for Deenta Bhav, or the sense of helplessness. When one surrenders completely and unconditionally to Sri Krishna, the sense of helplessness can be attained. Consequently, one can cultivate the sense of dependency on him. One must understand that nothing in this world, or any other for that matter, can occur without his divine will. The Jeev or the soul by itself is incapable of doing anything without his divine will. Therefore, one will accomplish only when he wishes. Note, this state of helplessness does not mean that the Bhakt remains idle. They do whatever they can to please him, and this state of helplessness purifies the Bhakt's bhav, meaning affection. When one becomes aware of this state, one starts to develop Das Bhav. Deenta and Das Bhav can help one attain the highest reward in Pushti Marg. In the path of bhakti, false pride and the sense of me and mine is always an obstruction and has no purpose. Therefore, Sri Vallabhacharya Ji preaches to develop the sense of belongingness to Sri Krishna. He always bows down before him and instructs to do so, as stated in many of his works which start with words like Namami, Natvaharim, Namaskriti Harim, etc., which all mean bowing down to him. Thus, Das Bhav is extremely crucial in the path of bhakti. E for 84 Vaishnavas. The divine episodes of Sri Vallabhacharyaji's 84 Vaishnavas are important, and it is very good practice for a Vaishnav family to read one episode daily in their satsang routine. These divine episodes were recollected by Sri Gokulnath Ji, and their deep inner meanings were revealed by Sri Harirai Ji in a compilation called 84 Vaishnav Ki Varta. They are written in Vrajbhasha language and tell us more about who these Vaishnavas were in his eternal domain, or what we call the Golok Dham, and how or why they had come as human form. A short biography of them and how they met Sri Vallabhacharyaji is included also. All of Sri Vallabhacharyaji's disciples had a major role to play in his Nitya Leela and had manifested on earth to accomplish a specific task. How these faithful disciples lived and how they applied the principles taught by Sri Vallabhacharyaji are a source of inspiration to every new entrant in this unique path of devotion. Even if one reads just a single page every day, by His grace, one can achieve the some sort of success in pursuing this path. All of one's sins, pains, and worries can be dissolved just by singing the praises of these 84 Vaishnavas. F for fruit. For every action there is a reaction. This applies to every act that one performs, even in spiritualism. There are many existing religions, within which there are many different paths to follow. Pushti Marg is one of the paths in Hinduism and has its distinct goal to attain. The fruit or the reward of Pushti devotion is of a distinct nature. According to the Vedic scriptures, there are 3 ways to attain salvation. The first one is Karma Marg, through performing Vedic rituals. The second being Gyan Marg, the path of knowledge through study of scriptures, and the last way is through the Bhakti Marg, the path of devotion. Bhakti Marg can further be separated into 2 parts, Maryada Bhakti and Pushti Bhakti. There is a particular way of performing Maryada Bhakti. It is practiced with a goal of attaining salvation. The Bhakt renounces worldly pleasures and dedicates their whole life to their deity. When the Bhakt attains eligibility, their deity bestows them salvation, and the Bhakt is freed from going through the cycle of life. But herein lays the limitation of Maryada Bhakti, as salvation in itself has no bliss. Pushti Bhakti, however, does not limit itself to salvation. The Anand or bliss received from Sri Krishna is what a Pushti Bhakt seeks through their devotion. This Anand lies only in Sri Krishna's Bhakti. The devotion in the initial stage acts as a means or sadhanarup bhakti of achieving that bhakti. However, that devotion then becomes the reward, Falrup Bhakti, and this is better than anything in this world. It is full of bliss and can only be achieved by His grace. It is known through experience rather than words. This marks the end of today's session. However, the video is still not over, as we all have to sing the Ashray Pad. Please sing along. Till we meet again in the next video, signing off with Jai Shri Krishna.
दृढैन चरणान केरो भरोसो दृढैन चरणान केरो श्रीवल्लभ नख चंद छटा बिना सब जग माज अंधेरो भरोसो दृढ़ चरणन केरो साधन और नहीं आकली में जासो होय निवेरो सूर कहा कहे द्विविदयादरो बिना मूल को चेरो भरोसो दृढ़ चरणन केरो दृढ़ चरणन केरो भरोसो दृढ़ चरणन दृढ़ चरणन दृढ़ चरणन के